Hello everybody, this is MRG Mapping, back with another Let's Play episode of Mercer County, Ohio. We're finally in spring at the moment. I'm a little bit under the weather, so you have to excuse if I cough or I don't know. I'll try to reduce the gross sounds that that my mic catches. But we are in spring finally, and we're ready for tillage. We have been taking care of the cattle over the winter. I've literally been playing this Let's Play off video, off recording, and just cleaning up the cattle yard and the manure. I tell you guys, the manure, it doesn't stop. I don't understand how they produce so much manure. I need to stop feeding them. There's quite a manure pile, not just that manure pile right there, which has gotten insane. That's one day, by the way. The manure pile has been growing out in the field over here. I got a whole cart worth over there. We're gonna spread all that on the soybeans. It's gonna be really nice fertilizer. So we need to do that, and we also need to start tillage. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is probably get the manure spread. It's getting to be a little too much, and it's also in our field that we need to till. So we need to clear it from the field first. Okay, so we got the manure spreader over there. I think we'll hook this up to the manure spreader. Actually, never mind. I have a free tractor in this barn here. That's not hooked up to anything. And we'll need the skid loader too, which is super dirty at the moment. All my tractors are pretty dirty. So I've been working on getting No Creek Farms converted so that I can do another Let's Play on that. I'm not entirely sure when I'm going to be able to do that. It's got some work left to do, and I've got Clark Farms that I'm releasing this week, so it's a matter of, can I get Clark Farms put together so that I can work on No Creek and get my Let's Play series on that going. Very excited for a Let's Play on that map. It's a great map for a Let's Play. Nice small farm, a little bit bigger than this farm actually. Everything's small relative to the larger farms on this map. There we go. It was a little hard to get the PTO going on that. Excuse me. So been working on that. Getting Clark Farms. I've been live streaming, which has been a lot of fun. I will eventually do a Let's Play on that, but the thing about it is that Clark Farms in real life, they use red equipment, and it's close to what I'm using on this farm actually. So I don't think it would be it'd be a little redundant to pull out the same equipment. I want to see if the fertilizer is. I know it needs plowing. So what's going to happen is these soybeans we're just going to plant directly into it. I don't know. Well, we might disc it actually. We might just run the cultivator, but we're going to run the plow through 21 and 19, and then I know we don't have to cultivate, but it for realism's sake we're going to cultivate and create a nice seed bed for 21 and 19. But we'll just cultivate the manure into 18. And we won't do any extensive plowing on this field. Because soybeans don't really need it at the moment, even though it says we need to plow the field. A lot of guesswork and figuring out where I need to spread this manure. So yeah, I got a lot of projects that I'm working on. You guys know that. I keep talking about it endlessly. Hopefully can get to Simon Family Dairy. The funny thing about that, doing a Let's Play on that, is that also runs a lot of red equipment. A little bit different red equipment than we're running on this farm, but very, very similar. It's all old iron. There are a couple nicer machines on that farm that we can run as well. Simon Family Dairy is a 1/64th farm toy display. Let me fix my mic here. Map, or based off of a 1/64th farm toy display. You can go find him on Facebook. It's probably the best 1/64th display I've ever seen. And it's pretty detailed. Also, I mean, it'll be fun to run on that farm. I'm just trying to not use the same equipment. You know, that's starting to be a problem. You know, I'm running too much red. We need to start running John Deere, which is what we're gonna do on No Creek Farms. By the way, we're running green on that. Sorry, we're gonna run green on No Creek Farms. And then I do want to start on a larger map. I've been working on Cortland, my 4X map, and I kind of want to move into using larger equipment. So I'm sure by the end of the month we will move on to large equipment for those of you who are into that. Alright. Let's see, what's the best way? I suppose we can go this way first, but I think pulling around the other way is better. Okay. So yeah, got a lot of work to do. We switched to, let's see, we switched to 6-day seasons, which I think will give us some more time to do tillage and move on to planting. My goodness, I'm very, very sick this morning. Not cool. Let's see, yeah, No Creek Farms, still a little bit to do on that. I got the field dimensions and the farmlands, that's all kind of done. All the hard stuff is done. I need to just decorate, really. Decorate and then add some sell points and buy points, and then I can never see when I'm doing this, so I should do this out of cab. I can do it out of cab when it gets a little more full. It's a little bit more difficult. I just don't want to tip on the ground next to it. I've done that before. But maybe if I practice a little bit, I won't tip on the ground. It's amazing to me how many people have not played No Creek Farms from FS17, which I regard as one of the best maps from FS17. I also want to make a whole bunch of edits to UMRV from FS17, kind of revert it back to the old style. I thought that would be fun to run a large dairy farm from either UMRV or Lincoln Creek and do a lot of contract work. There's not a lot of Let's Plays where you're doing, you know, big operations, big dairy operations. So I feel like those would be like hour-long videos. We would just be feeding cattle for a whole episode, you know. And it's kind of easier to do multiple tasks on shorter Let's Play episodes, on smaller dairy operations like this one. Although the manure is really piling up on this farm, it's getting insane. We have to muck the manure almost every day to keep them clean. I think it's every other day at this point, but that seems like a lot, but you know, it's a dairy operation, so it does make sense. What are we at here? 95%? I can fit a little bit more in there. Oop. Nope. So yeah, I'm kind of exploring options. But right now the next Let's Play is No Creek for sure. We're gonna run No Creek and we'll keep running this farm as well. Gonna have a little bit of different flavor. But I am itching to run bigger equipment. Maybe some custom modding equipment. I'm also working on a map. I don't know if they've announced it yet. I probably shouldn't say much about it, but I'll be working on another 4X map that's kind of been worked on for a while now and hasn't been finished, and a lot of people want that map. I can't say much about it, geez. It's hard to not say much about it. It's a 4X map based out of Iowa that I'll be working on. See, I gotta find where I ended up here. I'm excited to be working on that map, though. Could do a Let's Play on that map for sure. That one's gonna take some time to finish. Anywho, we are close to 1,000 subscribers. That is insane. That happened over the course of 4 weeks. You guys did that. I'm really appreciative of that. And you guys supporting my work. It makes me actually work even harder to get maps out, because obviously I need more content, but you know, I want you guys to, I want to show you guys like the stuff that I'm working on and the stuff that you're gonna get to enjoy in the future when I get them released. The patrons are actually voting right now on maps. It's the $10 patrons and up are voting for maps for me to make. There's a whole bunch of suggestions that I have written down. I'm gonna pull about 5 of those suggestions from a hat, and then and those will be the quote-unquote candidates. And then the patrons will vote on which map they want me to work on next. I mean, it's not technically next because I got so many projects that I'm working on right now that I need to get released, but it'll be in the future. Some really interesting ideas people have come up with. I know there's a Kentucky map, there's Ontario, there's Tennessee, Oklahoma. Very interesting ideas being thrown out there that I think everyone will enjoy. Those will be 1X. That'll be a 1X map, by the way, not a 4X. I don't have time for a 4X yet. I'm working on a couple 4Xs right now, and it's a lot of time working on those. Not to mention the 1Xs that I'm working on. I'm gonna hit the tire there. But I did want to thank everybody for, I mean, what started me on this tangent. I did want to thank you guys for was the subscribes, the views, the likes, the comments. Y'all are great. You guys are coming up with map suggestions in the comments and constantly sending me ideas. I really appreciate that. It's really my dream to turn this into a full-time gig where I'm creating maps and YouTubing. Hopefully, like, my production skills go up. Obviously, I'm gonna be buying a mic, a newer mic. I'm gonna be buying a camera so you guys can watch me on live stream, facepalm constantly, and get frustrated at mods that don't work. I've really been enjoying the live streams, by the way. You guys are a real hoot. It's about, for those of you who haven't joined in the live stream, I'm doing it Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and it happens around 5 o'clock Pacific time. So that's where I'm located right now. And there's about 30 to 40 people on average that hang out on those live streams. It's a lot of fun. And I actually read every comment. Well, I try to. Sometimes you guys get a little nuts, and I can't read every comment. But almost every stream I can get into every comment. But yeah, you know, I want to turn this into a full-time gig where I can YouTube every day and then work on maps. I can make videos like this, but a little bit better production quality. And work on maps and do what I'm passionate about. Some people like to, in the community, like to laugh at that idea and say it's not possible. I think it is very much possible. See other YouTubers going full-time, making videos. I'd just be making videos and maps. Oops, that full? Okay. let's get going. Still not producing milk. I think these guys got to get pregnant first. Or girls, not guys, you know what I mean. They'll get there. I had an unusual, I took a screenshot of it, but this is an unusual occurrence where all the cows were laying down. Do they lay down at a certain time of day? Because they were all laying down at once, and there was like one that was just standing on top of the pile. So it was like Lion King. They were all just bowing to their master. It was crazy. I took a screenshot, I thought that was hilarious. Let's see, where did I end up? I don't like it that we keep ending up in the middle of the field with these loads. It's hard to see. That's why I'm doing out-of-cab view. You guys understand. In real life, you'd be able to see where you just made your last pass. Am I spreading that? Is it wider than that? I'm not sure what the width is. I think I got it right. I think I got the width right. So, yeah. Not much else to talk about. I pretty much have talked your ears off about my various projects in the last episode. Every episode, really. But I've really been enjoying this Let's Play series. Like I said, I don't get a chance to play the game that often. I have about 800 hours on Farm Sim 19, and I would be willing to bet that about 3/4 of that is testing. I would actually, it would probably be, I don't even know, it'd probably be even more than that, a little bit over than 3/4. I think, I wonder how much time I've spent in Giant's Editor, though. That has to be thousands of hours. So much manure. But it needs to get done, it really does. It's gonna be real nice free fertilizer, you know? Oh, another thing is that we're like running out of food to feed the cattle. I am going to have to purchase food because we're not gonna make it to summer. We have $6,000, so that's good. We're in a good situation. Luckily we have a big grass field to do all that. In the summer what we're going to do is we are going to lease a silage wrapper. We're going to have a big inline wrapper, and it's just going to be right along the grass field over there. And we also need to sell. I mean, after planting season is done, it should be prime time to sell. We'll sell a bunch of our corn and soybeans off. Even another thing I need is at least a side panel. So I'm tired of using mouse controls for the bucket. I wanna use a lever, like the skid loader has. That's what I'm used to. The skid loader is what I spent the most time in when I was growing up. That was a fun thing to run, though. Not fun when you tip it straight over, though, with a bale. You lift a bale up too high and you just go straight down. And you're just basically like facing the ground, dangling there in the seat with the, does this have a safety bar? Oh, it's got a safety bar, there you go. Yeah, that's not fun. Plus I broke a lot of stuff with the skid loader. I mean, like, the trim off the side of the barn, like like I was hauling bales and trying to stack them in a really tight space, and I just tore the trim off the doorway. My uncle wasn't too happy about that. Got into a lot of mischief when I was helping my uncle out on the farm. So it's got to be close to full, right? We ended on 69%. Nice. How much is there? This is what, 2 loads worth? I think that's 2 loads worth. Man, it's nice to have the farm, you know, organized, and we got all the equipment over there across the yard, tucked away. Got a whole bunch of pallets in there, baler in there. Oop, I'm on the wrong side of the road when I get pulled over. Being organized is nice, yeah. I'm sure some of you who have hated my disorganization are happy about that. I'm gonna get like 2 rows done if I stop doing the halvesies crap here. Here we go. I think that's good. Oh, yeah, that's close enough. So some of you have been asking about where you get this manure spreader. This is an edit a friend did for me. And I have asked him if I could release it, but he's not really interested in releasing it at the moment. So I apologize for that. It is a really nice spreader. This is actually the exact setup I wanted, this tractor and the spreader. I've seen a couple YouTube videos with this setup, and that's the reason why I wanted the spreader. I liked the single axle, small 145 spreader. It's really handy for small farms. You know, we have enough. We have enough to do that little splotch here that we decided to skip over. Look at that. Just enough. There we go. I have a couple private mods that I'm not allowed to share with people. I got some New Holland rakes I don't think have been released yet. Bunch of little different things that people kind of share with me that I really appreciate. It's fun playing around with other people's mods, but it gets kind of hard when I have to tell people that they're not available yet. They eventually do get publicly released, so it's not like I'm getting like special privileges all the time, and nobody can have access to those mods. So I hardly play the game anyways. I'm always modding, so you know it's not like it's a privilege anyways. It's a privilege that I take advantage of at least. Oh my lord! Finally, we're getting this manure finished. Is that going in? Okay. I dumped on the ground accidentally. Oh my god. Come on. Gotta be closer. Make sure that doesn't happen. It doesn't? Oh no. Am I dumping on the ground still? Can I grab this a bit? If I had a shovel, that'd be a lot easier. I should download the shovel mod to clean up my mess. Oh, another thing that I forgot to mention is that we accidentally moved our bale trailer with the, like trying to pick up some bales, some straw bales to throw into the blower while I was feeding cattle, and accidentally picking up that bale wagon will cause those bales to fall through the floor. So I accidentally did that. Wasn't paying attention, wasn't being careful. I know you have to be careful when you're using that trailer. That's why the trailer is outside of the barn right now, but we are really going to need straw too, so we're going to have to plant oats at some point. I think I might plant half oats on the soybean field and half soybeans, and just kind of cut the field down in half. A lot of the fields in this area of Mercer County, when I was making this map, all the fields are really flush next to each other, so it wouldn't be unrealistic to plant them that close to each other without any field breaks or anything, or waterways or whatever. But I do want to have some soybeans I can sell off. I like planting soybeans. I have lots of corn. There we go. Let's see if I can get this last little bit. Okay, come on. There we go, look at that. And we got 69%. Ah, nice. Turn that off. Alright, we're rolling out again. We're almost done. That's exciting. I don't think we'll get to the other manure pile by the end of this video, but that's okay. That's not that much work. I can get that spread off screen. But what I really want to do is get to tillage, and we're making good time now. We're going to need a lot of time for tillage because we got a small implement. That's something I've discussed in previous videos that we need to upgrade. But we're going to need all the time in the world to do tillage. The cultivator should be easy. We should be able to do that real fast. But the width on that Ecolo-till, not the best. Not to mention that we have to cultivate the corn once we chop up all that residue. Create a nice smooth seedbed. I considered using one of those rollers to make an even better seedbed. We'll consider that next season. I know a lot of this stuff functionally in game does not matter. It does not add to the game. But for me, playing realistically, I want to do that. Because that's how they do in real life. And it makes sense to do things that way. Wow, we're almost done with this field. I'm surprised. Spreading her on thick. Spreading her on thick. Probably like, looks like 2 or 3 passes. No, more than that. 4 passes. After this one. Alright. Another thing is I need a wheel. Look how... This is how I steer. Looks like I got some sort of arm twitch while holding the steering wheel. Alright, last 2 loads. Okay. This is dedication, by the way. I don't know how many people do their Let's Plays this realistically and just commit to it. But man, it is a lot of work. I'm glad I'm doing it though. I was really inspired by Daggerwin's videos and how realistic he could be, but I feel like we're taking it to a whole nother level. Can we get all of this in one load? We might be able to get it in one load, I don't know. go. Come here, you. Really craving some UMRV. I really want to get all those buildings from FS17, create new navigation meshes, and start working on that dairy farm. Big old dairy operation. I feel like we need to do beef, though. At some point, we do need to do beef. It's a much different gameplay style doing beef, as in it's easier than dairy. But Farmersburg, we could probably do beef. Do a Let's Play on Farmersburg when I do the remake of that. And it's gotta be white tractors. I've been craving white tractors as well, aside from using larger equipment. We'll have to see about that. Somebody also showed me where that Oliver guy's farm is on YouTube, and I might make a farm similar to that and do a Let's Play for that map. And just use Agco, just use white and Oliver equipment. So that's what he uses on his farm. Oliver was one of my favorite tractors growing up. I mean, John Deere is my favorite brand, but I really liked the Oliver and White brands as well. White just looked so futuristic. I guess so did Case, though. John Deere was just reliable. That's what you want, obviously. You don't want, your tractor necessarily to look cool, but to functionally perform. I think we got everything. Alright. I don't think I see any other manure. But man, those white tractors look cool. And Oliver, my dad always had an Oliver growing up, and oh no, we couldn't fit it all. Ugh. That's okay, I'll come back for it. I'll come back for it after this stream, or video. We're not streaming. I also like not editing this as much and just doing it straight through so you guys know that I'm not really cheating or doing anything that's technically not allowed by my own rules. I don't really have a rule. It's kind of unspoken rules. Okay, where did we end up here? And go ahead and save, that's good. Right here, okay. Get that unfolded. Get that little splotch there. Alright, there we go. We're really doing it, Harry. We're really doing it. Finally getting to spread manure. After that winter debacle, when the seasons changed, I don't know, a couple episodes and we couldn't do anything. We couldn't do fall tillage, we couldn't spread manure. That's really the tight window that we need to be able to hit next harvest. We need to get harvest done obviously before winter, but I think like tillage and manure is that's even more important, because I don't want to have to stack up all this stuff in the field again, and don't want to have to rush tillage this spring like I'm gonna have to do this spring. But you know what? Another thing is I need to be waking up earlier. Need to be waking up earlier, like 6 in the morning on this map in order to feed cattle. Cattle are pretty well fed right now. But once they start milking, man, I'm gonna need to keep those production levels up if I want to turn a profit. And oh, that's another thing. We need a milk truck to go sell. We're gonna have to lease one. Yeah, to keep those profits up, we're really gonna have to be on top of feeding twice a day, really. So I'm thinking we feed at like 6 in the morning and then 6 at night. All right, let's get the last little load here. And I'm just gonna put this in. The manure spreader because I'm gonna be spreading off screen that last little bit in the cow pen. Well, a little bit is a lot in there that I'm gonna have to work on, but we've reached way over our time limit on this video. I'll put this right here. Guys, remember, if you like this video or like my content and enjoy my maps, subscribing is a nice way of showing appreciation for my work and showing me some support. I'm trying to grow this channel, and then I you know, obviously I told you guys, talk your ears off about how I want to do this eventually, someday, maybe a couple years down the line, full time, and really keep you know, keep making maps for you guys, which is my passion. And exploring that avenue and, you know, entertaining you guys. I hope I entertain you guys. I don't know if I do. But that's it for this episode. Next episode, we're finally going to get to tillage. Fall tillage. Or not fall tillage. Spring tillage. Okay? So thank you guys very much for all your support that you've already given me. You guys are great. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed this video. And I will see you guys next time. Have a great week.